The internet is full of insanity. We already know that. I'm scared sometimes to go on Twitter or TikTok or even scroll through YouTube Shorts in anticipation of what will kill those brain cells today. What will be the piece of content that I'll see today that will make me want to leave this planet? Well, we are testing our threshold for cringe and stupidity. We are reacting to some ridiculous TikToks. Most of them W0KE, of course. I don't want to say the word out loud because I think this word is now getting YouTubers in trouble. So I'll replace it with a different word, which is also familiar to you. The word progressive. We will watch mind-numbingly progressive TikToks and try to survive. Let's roll the first one by TikToker named James is Smiling.
I don't really know how else to tell you this, but if you saw me dressed like this, walking down the street in my heels, pretend I shaved my beard and I had one of these on my face, you would have no fucking clue, all right? I don't really personally use passing as like my threshold for womanhood. I understand that a lot of trans people want to pass. It's a goal. I respect it deeply. It is not one of mine. It's not how my fluidity functions. I don't live for the validation of other people deciding what they think that my gender passes as. I love my presentation. I don't need your validation from it. I do not receive this. And I would really caution you about policing other people's gender expressions because it's just not your fucking business. If you look at me and you see a man, that's your transphobia that you are projecting onto people like me, and you're just making the world less safe.
First of all, you have chest hair, dude. You have chest hair. You are built like a man. You have Adam's apple. You sound like a man, even though I think you are trying to speak a bit differently in a higher tone of voice. All that aside, let's dissect what happened here. So someone left this comment. Yeah, but that's different though. No offense, but if I saw you on the street, I would see a guy. You don't pass. Well, yes, same. And then James says that he doesn't use passing as his threshold for womanhood. James says that about his womanhood. But it's not his goal to pass as a woman. It's not how his fluidity functions. Yet, if you don't recognize that he's a woman, he takes offense to it and calls you transphobic. At the same time stating he does not live for validation. He's chilling. Well, coming from someone whose whole identity is his sexuality, gender dysphoria, arguing with people in the comments who call him a dude, James doesn't seem so chill to me. It doesn't seem like James, the fluid she that he is unbothered by people's opinions. Especially ending the whole monologue by, "It's not your fucking business." Here are some comments on the video. Nah, that's bullshit. I can spot a man immediately regardless of what he is wearing. Men are completely different than women. Yep. And this one, arguably, if you look at me and you see a man you're transphobic, is unfair and also harmful. My son loves pink sparkly frilly stuff, but is a boy. God. And this is the problem with this whole movement. They can't get their plot straight. Pun intended. You have to immediately recognize that someone is some they, them, but you can't assume. But you also can't ask because how dare you? You can't say someone is a man in a dress because they might be a woman trapped in a man's body, but actually identify as a quarter gender fluid non-mask lesbian. And if you get it wrong, you are phobic. You are sick in the head. You are incorrect. You're supposed to know that if a hairy dude with a beard is wearing a low-cut top and heels, he might be just experimenting with his gender norms, or he might be a woman, not even trans woman anymore, a woman. Everyone is a freaking victim, and you will never get it right with these people because they themselves don't know what the hell they are talking about. Nothing sticks. Nothing makes sense. Before I show you another insufferable clip, I want to thank you all for supporting my channel and watching my videos, and also ask you to please share and like this video. I don't know what YouTube is trying to do with my content, but some of you in the comments told me you've stopped receiving notifications when I post a new video, or you stopped seeing my videos in the recommended section. I have a strong suspicion that my content is being suppressed somehow, so I'll appreciate any help in fighting this bias algorithm. Share, like, comment, subscribe. I'll be forever grateful. Now let's go to the next clip.
Why? Stop. Why is this thing not hot? I swear to God, if anyone says welcome to womanhood, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I don't know how to remain calm seeing this. I have to weigh my words. First of all, did you see the smile? The joy of pretending to know what period feels like. The joy of mocking something women had to struggle with for centuries, since the beginning of time. It's so ridiculously theatrical. It's like asking a 13-year-old boy to try to mimic or act out what period cramps are. This is what it would look like. No one acts like this. No woman makes it this dramatic performance. You know what we do when we are in excruciating pain? Well, if we have the luxury of some free time, we lay down, take a painkiller, wait for it to pass and move on with our lives. But most of the time we just go to work, do that work presentation and take the kids to school and all the things we do every day. And no, it's not fair that women with super strong cramps, especially the ones suffering from endometriosis or other painful illnesses, just have to suck it up and move on with their lives. Because we are in 2024 and guess what? Women's periods, still a topic of taboo. But men get pretend periods and get tampons in men's toilets for free. Backwards BS. Someone wrote, I can't do this. Says plenty. And this one, I have endometriosis and spent 8 hours puking from pain yesterday. This is infuriating. I'm right there with you. And this one, me watching this as I have to medicate and lay down over my lunch break just to be able to function the rest of the day because my real period comes with real debilitating cramps. When even if the hormones that this person takes are causing some abdominal cramps, it is not the same. It is not menstruation. There are so many other symptoms that come with it, so a biological man will never be able to truly feel what a woman goes through. And it was fine for centuries. It's only now that men decided that they want to be a part of it so badly. And they'd know it's ridiculous if they actually knew what menstruation was, because I'm assuming they don't. I'm already reaching my max tolerance level, but let's do this. Next clip.
I'm so tired of white cis women being more dedicated to being called a healer than actually doing the work to be a healer. The only thing that you're worried about healing is your bruised ego and being confronted with your complacency in genocide and your obsession with upholding privilege. We do not need more nice white women. Are you kidding me? And stop asking marginalized people to do the work for you because you don't feel comfortable with it. I am so tired of having conversations with white cis women where they're more upset about the fact that they're being called in or called out than the fact that they're harming marginalized people. The fact that there is literal genocide that they are paying for with the fucking advertisements that they're putting all over Instagram. And these are the same women that are the first to minimize the impact of social media and also the first to use social media as their business opportunity, to use their voice, to create their community. So why is it that when in your mode of healing and community and business, why the fuck is liberation not being centered? Y'all are stealing resources and precious energy and precious time from marginalized people because you are not willing to do it yourself. It's pathetic and it's privileged as fuck. You have so much power. Stop pretending that you can play small and get away with it. Step it the fuck up. Your comfort is not a priority here at all.
What the hell? This video broke my brain. I feel like I went through a seizure. This TikToker called Birdie is known for weird rants on the internet and being super duper progressive. I didn't understand a thing from this video and I really tried. This is my English again. What comfort of white cis women is Birdie talking about? Stealing what from minorities? Being complacent to what? And why don't you need more nice white women? You want more those that are not nice? And maybe there is going to be something in the comments. Let me check. This is what it sounds and feels like when I'm reading, but the words aren't being processed. That's exactly what happened to me. Massive word diarrhea, and that's it. I just woke up. What's happening? Oh my god, this is the second video I've watched of yours and I'm exhausted. Remember on Friends when Joey found a thesaurus and used it to write a letter?
They are warm, nice people with big hearts. And that became, they are humid, prepossessing Homo sapiens with full-sized aortic pumps. I really mean it, dude.
Did none of you read the caption? Caption! Maybe the caption has some answers what this thing was about. Sparked from an incredibly disappointing interaction with my now former friend Elizabeth Gillette. Oh. Naming the shade. Just a couple weeks after watching the fall of BRAlN and having the same conversation over and over with different white women in my personal life. It's such a pattern, y'all, that it's official. The last two white cis women social workers I was holding out hope for are only repeating the same pattern as other people dedicated to white feminism. The LCSW world is filled with extremely privileged white women who are more dedicated to being seen as a helper than people actually getting helped. And I have experienced firsthand just how harmful this is. Decenter yourselves, y'all. What you are doing isn't healing or helpful. It's just abuse masked as being nice. I have absolutely no more patience for it, but I am absolutely appalled at the dedication to complacency. It's time to dedicate yourself to liberation, not self-preservation, at the expense of marginalized communities. Oh, I still don't know what this person said. I declare Birdie as cuckoo, and we're moving on.
A trans influencer says men need to start being men and stop expecting princess treatment.
We live in a very sensitive society right now. I feel like a lot of boys need to start being boys, though. They expect the women to go above and beyond, and like them just almost do nothing.
24-year-old Ali C. Lopez told the media that she likes it when there's a bit of a gender role in the relationship.
Let's say I get a flat tire on the side of the road, and we're together, you better know how to change that tire. Because if I have to call my dad, just like I said, no. Sorry, babe.
The trans woman believes she should be the one in the couple who deserves the princess treatment from her partner.
I know that I'm plus size. I know that there's so many other things wrong with me, blah, 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 etc. The list goes on. However, I carry myself and with such grace and light and with politeness, and I know what I bring to the table.
See, this again, this damn paradox that keeps popping up, but somehow progressives are ignoring. We're supposed to forget about gender roles. Gender doesn't matter, yet men who think are women need to have a sex change, feminize their bodies and start wearing feminine clothing in order to transition. But gender doesn't exist. Does it now exist only when convenient? I'm not gonna focus on this TikToker's looks. I think it's pretty obvious what can be said. And I just don't wanna go there. I'm going to focus on the hypocrisy. This is a biological man who presents as a woman. So a man in a dress is demanding to be treated like a princess, demanding men who date him to be masculine, complaining that men in our society have gone soft, have become too feminine. Now I understand why they have gender studies in universities. This shit is like a highest level quantum probability crossed with linear algebra and whatever. What the crap is that? I already have enough violations. I'm not saying anything. All right. A lot of boys need to start being boys, said the trans woman. And someone says, wasn't that your job? Exactly, you had one job, man. One job. Okay, let's do this. One more.
I don't understand what is so hard about correcting other people when they misgender others. Like, it takes you like 2 seconds, but you know what it takes for me to have to constantly do that? A lot of fucking unnecessary emotional labor that I already have to take on a daily basis just to fucking exist and be who I am. But you don't have the energy to speak up and say something on my behalf?
Girl, I don't have energy to speak. Never mind to speak on your behalf. I don't want to play into this illogical reality trans people have placed themselves in, but let's play along for a second. You could be a masculine presenting woman. You could be a trans woman that's had her transition and chose to wear whatever it is you're wearing. Fortunately, it is not my problem. I do not have to guess. I do not have to guess correctly. I have a Polish name that's hard to pronounce here in Cyprus, but I don't have a tantrum or a nervous breakdown every time someone says it wrong or even calls me by a whole different name. Grow up, get it together. People have enough of their own problems. They don't need your whining about nothing. If you choose a certain lifestyle, at least accept the consequences of it. Someone said, why all you alphabets after the B? So whiny about everything, so entitled and deluded. Ugh, we're the ones tired, honey bunny. Suck it up, be a man. And this one, hurt is when an older lesbian woman who just wanted to live a quiet life regrets fighting for the rights of others because of people like you. That's what I always say. It's sad how this extreme sex cult is completely destroying decades of activism and progress because they can't handle someone getting 2 words incorrect. This community is completely imploding because of people like people that we watch today. But as usual, guys, I want to know what you think. Which of the videos made you cringe the hardest, or maybe some videos upset you? Let me know in the comments. And just a little reminder to please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications to never miss another Daily Freddo episode. For even more content, check out my Patreon linked in the description and follow me on Instagram at Daily Freddo. That's all for today. Have a good one.
Y'all are stealing resources and precious energy and precious time from marginalized people.